Hello and welcome to Heroes on Fire, the lower bracket best of three between Rois du Bal and the Immortals. This is the third game. The Immortals got the map pick and first ban and first pick. They choose to play on Blackheart's Bay and then ban out these Stitches.
That seems reasonable to me. Stitches is pretty strong anyway, although he's definitely more bannable, I think, on this map, because getting a pick off on somebody who has a lot of coins on them can be devastating. And there's not many heroes much better at that than Stitches.
Especially if they're trying to hand in coins, the Stitches can just, from out of range, hook people, especially with a fishing hook.
Absolutely.
Good ban. Rois du Bal then opting to ban out the Uther as they banned out the first game and then picked up the second game.
Seems like Uther's definitely a priority ban for them. They banned it the first game. I think the only reason they didn't ban it on Mines is just because they really did not want to play against Tassadar shielding the buildings, ruining their plans with the Golem push. So it seems like Uther is a pretty standard ban for them when they don't have a specific other plan in mind. So not surprising to see that again.
Immortals then first picking up that Zeratul, who wasn't touched for the ban phase this time. High priority there for them.
Absolutely.
Now, I was going to say, not something a little like Zeratul's okay on this map, but something that I found that annoyed me a little bit was when I tried to Void Prism our core to stop us from losing, or stop us from losing so quickly, and the Blackheart shot still did damage. He's definitely not a counter pick on this map in that regard, like he is potentially in Mines.
No, just standard good old Zeratul stuff.
Yeah. We'll then see the Tassadar Tyrael, the Shield Brothers combo come up.
Indeed, yes. Looking to get some of that sustain for themselves. Picking up both of those in addition to, of course, your standard support. Looking to get a lot of sustain for their team there.
Yep. The Immortals then go for that Vala Tychus, probably the two strongest ranged assassins in the game.
Just securing their damage early, picking up the 1, 2, 3 assassins at the beginning. They're probably quite comfortable with their tank options. Happy that they can get something that they fancy playing.
The fact that Muradin's still in, ETC's still in, Arthas is even still in if they want to go for that. Nubarak as well. Every tank other than that Stitches was still in. They could have had anything.
And the Tyrael.
And the Tyrael, of course. Rois du Bal then picked up a Sonya and a Jaina for their third and fourth picks.
Which is interesting. Between the Tyrael and Sonya, this is a very divey team of heroes.
Yeah, they don't have the most sustained tanks, but with the Tyrael plus the Tassadar,
that should give them the extra survivability that they need to just dive right into the enemy team.
Yeah, the Judgment plus that leap, if the Sonya goes to the leap, will be very aggressive.
I think
it'd be fun to see.
I would assume that we're going to see leap. I think I'd be surprised to see Wrath, but then with a hero played as infrequently as Sonya, you can never quite be certain.
Again, we get the Rois du Bal Jaina picked up. Very scary. It did a lot of work in that last game on Haunted Mines.
It did well for them in the last game.
Yeah. The early game, most of the kills were only from the Jaina slow, plus that crit damage with the blizzards and the frostbolts. It was absurd. She did a lot of work, a lot of damage. Last two picks for the Immortals, then we get the Rhaegar, their standard support pick, as we see a lot.
Yep, they're definitely favouring the Rhaegar. That's what they tend to want to go for, it seems, more often than not. But also with the Uther back out, it is the next highest priority.
Yeah, super interestingly then, we get the Diablo.
Indeed, definitely a hero that's gained a bit more popularity recently because of not a buff that he got necessarily in the last patch, but more of a fix. They fixed the way that his overpower and his shadow charge interact. They go much more smoothly now. And of course they did buff his basic attack scaling, but let's not claim that that's a huge deal. It's nice, but it's not game breaking, which it's definitely made him a lot better.
Would you like to see on this map?
I think on the whole, I am a fan of Lightning Breath, but there can certainly be something to be said for the fact that if people are trying to hand in coins and you pop Apocalypse, they have to stop handing in or be caught by the stun.
Yeah, it could be very good for those grouped up team fights around the chest as well. Get a large area covered by 5 Apocalypses going down.
And you force the Lily to keep on her toes, because if she pops Jugs, she's going to have to make extra sure that she dodges that, or she's going to get stunned out of it.
And then finally that last pick on the Lily by Rois du Bal, potentially even a counter pick to the Lightning Breath play, since Jug of Thousand Cuts can keep everybody up during that. It does a huge amount of healing.
Maybe indeed. And unless they do go for the Apocalypse, they haven't got the greatest ways to interrupt
No.
Lily. She's going to be right back in the back lines, and trying to shadow charge through with Diablo and knock her out is going to be a little bit tough. Or a long range grenade maybe, but not as easy as it could be.
I mean, we could even see Water Dragon picked up here, which wouldn't be a terrible choice, since they already have a lot of sustain with the Tassadar healing ward and the shields and the Tyrael shields. Then Lily with her mischances and her little bruise that she throws around. Water Dragon for that extra slow, that extra chunk of burst damage for the really divey lineup could be good.
Maybe they've got a very aggressive team already. If they want to continue that theme and really get stuck in there, maybe we will, but we'll have to see.
So, now that the draft's out of the way with, let's get into the game. And getting into Blackheart's Bay, we have Rois du Bal, the blue team on the left. As always, we've got Axis on the Tassadar, Jesus on that Lily support, Jira on the Sonya, Destiny on the Tyrael, and Kairon again on that. Jaina, fantastic game by him last time.
And then over for the Immortals, we have on Rhaegar, we have Dragon again. Once again, he likes that Rhaegar, he's going to keep playing it. This time we have Vala on Fam. We've got Diablo being played by Stone Grinder. And then we have Zeratul by Lalalo. And finally, Tychus by Mortician.
Gonna have what looks to be a Watchtower fight. Tassadar and Tychus not there, they're going to bottom lane straight away. Lalalo just looking to get it. Sonya Lance out, misses. And takes a bit of damage. The cleave, the Lily will just heal that back up, and Whirlwind will keep her fully sustained very, very easily.
Just a little back and forth, no one quite wanting to commit to that fight there.
For the moment though, the Immortals do have control of that Watchtower. We can see actually block on Sonya, so going for that tankier build. Good to see.
See, other than that, nothing that's enormously surprising. Everything pretty much standard. Everything else.
Engagement happening here, sorry. The Tyrael getting pushed around, Sonya getting overcharged around. Zeratul taking a lot of damage but manages to blink away. Sonya taking a couple of tower shots rather. But the chest looking as if it's going to go, top chest looking as if it's going to go the way of Rois du Bal. They pick it up and should just back out of this. They've got all 5 heroes here. Tassadar did rotate up from the bottom after getting 2 coins and the Tigers getting 3.
It looks like Rois du Bal. Oh, they're moving bottom. Are they going to try and catch this Tychus, get those 3 coins for themselves? Because that would, of course, give them a full hand in.
Yeah, Duke's down quite nicely, but it does look like he's very caught out and he probably won't get out of this. The slows from the Jaina, Blizzard, the right clicks, and he falls. Vala picks up 1 of the coins, 2 of the coins.
Oh, and that's all she needs to stop that hand in. Great play from the Vala going in to steal those 2 coins, preventing the hand in just yet.
Will only take 1 doubloon camp, but they have not spawned quite yet. They will very shortly.
I just delayed that hand in a little bit. That's all she wanted to do, and she got in and got away.
Tassadar did interestingly take Conjurer's Pursuit. We see it a lot more frequently than we used to see it, obviously, but tend to see the Psionic Storm refunds mana more often than Conjurer's Pursuit, I feel.
I just saw, for reasons unknown, Tassadar decided to shield the the mage creep for a little bit there. Not quite sure what the plan was, but
you know, keep your minions alive. Oh, we see Jaina has lost a bit of connection here. It's unfortunate for Rois du Bal.
Hopefully she comes back. It's always unfortunate to see somebody disconnect, especially in a game 3, something as important.
Yeah. It's a tournament. They are fighting for their chance to stay in the tournament, since it is the lower bracket and the last game of the best of 3. 1 apiece. Destiny soaking top lane there. A small experience advantage of the Rois du Bal. Both siege camps taken, and 3 heroes bottom. Jaina bot in a bad spot. She'll probably be picked up quite easily here. That's unfortunate. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if that was if Jaina had still been in the game and not a bot, then I'm pretty sure that would not have worked out for them. Unfortunate, but it happens at the moment, especially in this early stages of this game. Yeah,
she's still not reconnected, so it's up to the team's discretion if they do replay this game, if she doesn't reconnect for the rest of the game, but hopefully she'll be back in as soon as possible. Tassadar taking a lot of damage from the Zeratul. Shifts out, dodges the grenade. Good play.
Grenade was very close, and that was the difference between the kill or not on that one.
Juked up just a little bit so the grenade didn't quite hit. Planned or not, it worked out to be a very, very good play. Full hand in for Rois du Bal.
He's managed to get that in the end. Picked up a few camps here and there. Managed to get that one.
Looks like the Immortals are going to go for their hard camp. La pinging it out. Meanwhile, the Sonya and the Diablo have a little bit of a tiz. She'll just walk away and be absolutely fine here. Hard camp not picked up in the end.
We've got 7 coins on the side of the Immortals, so they'll probably be looking just for that one extra coin somewhere so they can go and try and get a hand in and even things up.
I'd like to point out that 1 coin is on the Tyrael, so maybe they want to pick it up, but no, they'll just pick up their hard camp and get those 2 coins from that.
It's probably the easier way of doing it. Oh, but the chests are up, so that's going to be plenty of coins thrown both ways. Well, I say both ways. Could be all one way, who knows. Top chest is looking good at the moment for
bottom chest, Tychus is dying. He has got 5 coins on him. I think that was all of the chest. Taken a lot of damage, but he manages to just get away. The Tyrael coming in, maybe doing a little bit of extra damage needed. Does get the kill, picks up the coins. Got 8 on him, he's a bit deep. Tassadar also taking a lot of damage. Tyrael still not really taking any damage. Double healing ward put down. The side of Rois du Bal, Tyrael gets out with all 5 of the Tychus' coins. Great play by Rois du Bal. Still have the Jaina bot, unfortunately, but they're in a strong position. They're a level ahead.
Right now, if they don't manage to prevent the Tassadar now from handing in, that is going to be a second hand in now from Rois du Bal. Still, only 2 coins managed to be handed in by Immortals.
There's still only 4 players.
Jaina bot is not doing too badly at all so far, it seems.
Jesus getting caught out here, shielded but slowed by the Zeratul. Cleave going in. Sonya jumps in, Whirlwind doing a lot of damage to Zeratul. Lalalo maybe will fall here. Stone Grimmer on the back also getting caught out, slowed by the Jaina and killed. Vala vaulting out with 9 coins. She looks like she'll get out of this, but the ultimates are now up for the side of Team Rois du Bal.
Let's have a look. They have gone for Leap as we thought for the Sonya. Archon as standard. Oh, and the Judgment across.
Wow. Vala getting caught out. She's very low. Probably going to die here yet. Sonya going in. Just that last little spear and she'll pick up all 9 coins.
Oh, we said they were going to be divey, but that was aggressive.
Judgment behind, still up walls and towers and fort, and then the follow-up leap. Great play.
Oh, but for those 9 coins, worth it every time.
We see a change for the Jaina. Probably because it's a bot, but picked up Ring of Frost instead of Water Elemental. And we do get that Jug of 1,000 Cups coming out for Lily. Sonya handing in her 9 coins now.
That's not too bad. Both of Jaina's ultimates are both respectable. Ring of Frost is by no means terrible. It's just, it can be quite hard sometimes to land it in the right position and get the maximum value out of it. Whereas you can pretty much guarantee you'll get a lot of work done with the Water Elemental. But
6 coins being handed in for the Immortals here. Not going to be their first hand in. But the fort up top has taken a lot of damage. We don't see Mule coming out for the Tassadar.
No Mule, in fact, for either team once again. In fact, is Tassadar's the only one who can take it?
Yes, Tassadar is the only person on this in this current pool of 10 heroes who can take it. Oh, Tyrael Destiny, sorry, on the Tyrael looking to take that boss. It is far-sighted out as soon as it starts happening.
You can see the Immortals are all rotating up there. They're heading straight up. They should get there in time. Just about.
They have the Watchtower and the Tassadar Oracle come out to spot any, but none of them are close enough, so they're going to push this.
No, it's coming. Will they get in time? No, they don't get in to steal, but the Ring of Frost does not catch anyone, unfortunately. The Lightning Breath hits so many.
But it's not working out so well. The Lily Jug of 1,000 Cups does come down. Good Void Prism out from Zeratul, separating the team. Sonya's trying to Whirlwind for life. Barely dies there. Rhaegar dies on the back foot after a good judgment from Tyrael. Laser's doing a lot of damage. Archon popped by the Tassadar. Zeratul gets caught out by the Tyrael, but does manage to get away. Jaina ice blocks to stay alive. Probably die here. Overpower from the Diablo. Does put her in a bad position. And meanwhile, that boss, still on above half health, destroys the entire fort.
all in all, definitely a good engagement overall for Rois du Bal.
As a counter to that... Oh, you keep going yourself.
Carry on.
I was going to say, as a counter to that, the Team Immortals did take both Siege Giant camps bottom, which did pick up that fort. So it was a 1-for-1 trade on the fort after that engagement.
Still, everything's pretty even overall. Just a one fort advantage for the Rois du Bal at this point.
Yeah, the only death on the side of the Rois du Bal is that bot, Jaina.
And 1 on Sonya. 2 on the Jaina, 1 on Sonya.
But it says 1 kill on my at the top here. Is it maybe 2? Oh yeah, 2 on the Jaina, 1 to Sonya. What happened?
Yeah.
What's happening?
It says 1 kill on the top right as well, so uncertain. But we'll run with it for now.
Maybe a small replay bug. I was fairly certain that Jaina had died twice, but I ate my words and now I feel like a fool.
You trusted the system.
God.
Never trust the system.
A lot of coins, good few, coins on the side of the Rois du Bal, looking to hand in.
And then the chests are up. Everyone is in the bottom half of the map now, so this is going to be a big contested point at the bottom chest.
Yeah, Tychus does have 6 coins already. Didn't spot out the Tyrael hiding there. Picks up a coin, but backs out safely. We see the Rain of Vengeance come down, not really doing much. The Jug of 1,000 Couplets popped, doesn't get interrupted by it. Neil doing a lot of healing, gets overpowered, they interrupts it. Ring of Frost, again not doing much. The Void Prism pops, the Lightning Breath doing no damage on top of that. Ends at the end, Jaina dropping low, that later doing some work. Oh, and same as the Tassadar, who does end up falling. Farside goes out, so he can spot him out. Jaina walking away, probably get picked up here. Yeah, the slow, and the Jaina dies.
Now we have 14 coins on the side of the Mortal Kings, and they're just going to hand in immediately now as soon as it spawns.
Meanwhile, that top chest has been picked up by Fab on the Vala.
We have a massive minion wave up top that's managed to take the fort there, and then this hand-in is going to hold on a minute. Did they not hand in all of the coins?
The Diablo is still taking a doubloon camp, and he had the last 3. The Jaina has 5 from the top chest, and they've not actually handed in the rest of the coins.
Butler has 5 coins, which I thought she was nearby. Maybe she decided not
She
to.
went up and
I
got the
don't
top
know.
chest, whilst the Diablo was taking the doubloon camp on the left, and he was the one who had their last 3 to give them a total of 14.
Well, if Diablo manages to hand in, which I doubt given the Tassadar's appearance, then they will get even on forts, because that will easily take out the one in mid lane.
They're awful to see him, but the counter Farsight from Dragon on that Rhaegar. Farsight particularly good on this map, I actually think, because of that one boss and the chest. See if anybody's going to try and sneak in the hard camp bottom, the boss top, or the hand in.
Definitely a strong pickup on this map.
Again, 4 Siege Giants for the side of the Immortals.
They have been doing so much work down this lane, keeping that constantly pushed in, threatening the buildings, and they do manage to get the hand in. They managed to get in that last 1 coin.
Turtle handing in finally. Jesus, alone on the top on that Lily with 5 coins. Fort in mid's going to drop after just 2 cannonballs. Bot Jaina still, unfortunately. Oh, good Rain of Vengeance dropping down there. Tassadar barely getting out. The Sonya leaps in but gets killed in the end. And the rest of the Rois du Bal just backing out. Jaina gets caught out. Good Ring of Frost. Ice blocks to stop herself from dying, but she'll probably get picked up on the end here. Yes, she does. Lily caught out, gets overpowered over. Walking away as Lily does. Tyrael taking a lot of damage. Fab actually taking hits from the keep. Gets ancestral healings. Oh, almost falls off the back of that actually. Has to vault out. Does ask 7 coins on her, so doesn't want to lose them. Meanwhile, the Tychus is pushing top lane with a hard camp. And there is going to be a large hand-in of 12 coins on the side of the Immortals. Looking strong in this last game of the best of 3.
It looks like they're going to get this complete hand in, and then that is going to put a lot of pressure on the keeps then, and they're really going to start getting ahead now on this battlefield. They'll be ahead on buildings. The mid lane is going to start pushing out now because, of course, catapults. And never underestimate catapults, is what we learned from last game.
Yeah, we see the entire team of Rois du Bal up top, looking for that boss who has spawned. We see a good Farsight, actually, by the Rhaegar, spotting the whole team out as the Immortals rotate up to contest, take a fight, hopefully win it and take that boss. Don't see the boss being started by Rois du Bal here. Good choice, don't want to take unnecessary damage. Big judgment in on that Vala by the Tyrael, but he is caught out. Ancestral Healing goes down on her. We see Sonya jump in, leap on that Zeratul, who gets a good Void Prism off, then dies in the back. Jaina runs into the Void Prism, stops damage. The laser is out. Good Lightning Breath, almost picks up the Jaina on the back. The laser being focused on the Sonya, who's whirlwinding the life away. She ends up not being too bad. No, she's gonna die. She does in the end. And the rest of the Rois du Bal just have to back off at this point. Jaina's already backed off, being very low on health. Good movement by the bot Jaina, actually. Shadow Charge on the Tassadar plus the Overpower. He has to Archon to survive, but it looks like he will just be picked up and killed in the end.
I
Two
imagine the
kills in
Immortals
total.
are just going to back off now and take the boss for themselves. This is going to put them in a fantastic position.
There's one coin that's not been picked up in the bottom Siege Giants to the right of the map.
There will come a time when that one coin is going to make or break a hand in. Always worries me that that'll happen someday. That one lone coin that you forgot.
The healing wall just popped down, but it does get killed. Well, it runs out of time in the end. Jesus just, and the Tyrael just clearing out that wave bottom as the catapult moves in middle, as you were saying. Never underestimate the catapults. And the Tyrael, Destiny on that Tyrael, has to go and contest, or rather push out that lane.
Zeratul did go and pick up that one lone coin in the end.
It's nice to see the hard camp here being taken by the Immortals. Those squiddy bruisers. They're anchors. Boss is moving in. With the Tassadar, we might not see all that much work done because of the shields on the building, although not actually shielding the building. It is off cooldown.
Unfortunate, that would save a lot of damage on these buildings from that golem.
Oh, it does shield that building. Meanwhile, both chest spawns in a wrong position here. And actually, Lili gets picked up. Potentially going to try and take that bottom chest, but gets taken out by the Zeratul and the Vala, who were roaming and scouted her out.
There's a huge number of coins now on the side of the Immortal Kings.
They actually stopped their hand.
Full hand in.
Oh, but that's to allow the 13 coin Tychus.
Definitely want to offload those. You don't want to be walking around with that many coins. You get a little bit of a target above your head if you do.
Yeah. 3 keeps still alive for the Immortals. Only 2 keeps alive for Rois du Bal. 10 kills to 7 in favour of the Immortals. That handed should probably get the top keep, especially if the Tassadar keeps forgetting to shield it. And with no mule also picked up on the Tassadar, it's going to be very hard to hold against just constant hand-ins, really.
Absolutely. It's going to be tough for them to pull back from this situation. It's one of the problems on this map is you tend to find that with all of your lanes pushing in, it's quite hard to push out onto the rest of the map, but you really need to in order to take those camps and get those hand-ins.
Yeah, it's a map where if your opponents have map control, eventually they will just win because they can keep getting those hand-ins. 4 Siege Giants again on the bottom for the Immortals. Oh, with Rain of Vengeance because of the Void Prism. Judgment goes in, Sonya leaps in as well, but gets blown up. Good time Lightning Breath here. Nice Ring of Frost by bot Jaina, catching out 3 of them. Ancestral Healing goes in the Vala. The Tyrael Ghost blows up, not quite killing the Rhaegar. And the Jaina will probably be picked up at the end of this. Ice Blocks, not going to help. Would have been better just running away.
And they're going to be able to go in and just finish off this core now.
The Shark is free, landed at the bottom there. Looks a little bit dead. And unfortunately, one of their players disconnected on the Jaina. And Rois du Bal will be eliminated from Heroes on Fire.
It's unfortunate for them with the disconnect, but honestly, I've seen worse bots in my life.
Oh yeah, no, and it was a fantastic game too. Probably the best game I've seen all tournament.
Absolutely.
Very, very close. Well played. The Team Immortals advances through the lower bracket.
Congratulations to them, and I hope that we will see more of Rois du Bal in the future.
Thanks for watching. Silverfell House Gaming. He's been critical, and until next time.